Welcome back to Ferris Sports Update. Time to talk men's basketball. With us, head coach Andy Bronkema. Coach, welcome back to the show.
Appreciate it.
Well, obviously another great season for the Bulldogs. Finished 24-9 overall, and the beard gone now. Unfortunately, postseason run came to an end, but you got to be proud of what your guys were able to do this season.
Yeah, obviously it's bittersweet at the end of the season, and so there's that feeling. But when you look back at the whole season, I'm really proud of this group. I just think it was a young group as far as the roles that they were asked to play, and so many guys stepped up, and even stepped up one or two steps beyond what maybe we thought they could do in 1 year. So really impressed with the team, and it was a long season. We started in the middle of August going on the foreign tour, and then it's just we battled through a couple injuries and adjusted the lineup a few more times than you would like. But guys just took it in stride and really worked hard, and I'm proud of this group. And the future is bright here. It's a great year at Ferris. Even with all the construction going on at the beginning of the year, and then the facilities being completed, and just watching film in the new film room, and lifting weights in the new weight room, and having the auxiliary gym, the Bulldog arena, to be able to get work in. And that was a real luxury for us this year too. So we had 3 new guys on staff as first-year guys. Coach Fleming as a volunteer, but first year as a head assistant. And I just saw a lot of growth in them too, and I think next year they're going to be even better. And so there's just a lot of positives and a lot of things to look back on, a lot of memories that we made this year. And I'm really happy with the group that we got returning. I think they're determined to get better. We'll treat this off season, with the idea of trying to get back and then advance further.
Obviously, you made it back to the NCAA Division II Midwest Regional Semis here for the second straight year. And I know after last year you lost 4 key seniors, 50 to 60 points a game, and nice to get back to that same spot with a lot of young guys here this year that had a chance to kind of step up their game.
Yeah, it's daunting to think about that, losing all those guys, and then to try to in your mind say, here's how we could possibly replace it, and then for it to happen. It's really remarkable, and it was a great season for us. And what we've been able to do here is just a testament to to the university and the support, and then to the players that we've had. And we've had a lot of great players, and we stepped up and had some all-conference guys this year with Solomon and Penn and Ethan second team, and some all defensive guys with Jimmy and Michael. But those awards, our team awards, we always say that couldn't get there if we didn't have success. They wouldn't get voted for if there's a reason why we're doing well, and those are some of the reasons. And even the other guys that weren't awarded, doing their job and playing their roles. And was proud of the transfers we had, just trying to draft themselves into a new program. And those guys were outstanding, and they stepped up to the challenge. And really for 7 straight months, I'm bringing an intensity and a level of focus and an expectation for those guys to do the things that winners do, and it's pretty relentless, and credit to them for getting the job done.
What does it mean to be able to carry on that tradition, I guess, 7th tournament appearance here in the last 8 or 9 years, and kind of carry on that Ferris State basketball tradition?
Yeah, 9 years, right? But who knows how we're counting COVID in there, asterisks on everything. But we see that as a responsibility, it's not just in the men's basketball program, but all the coaches at Ferris. We're trying to represent the university well, ourselves too, in the community, but there is a great tradition here, so it's a high expectation, and we work hard to put ourselves in an opportunity to do something great. And sometimes you fall a little short with 1 game behind first place, but we're able to host the conference tournament and get a postseason win in the conference tournament, and get a postseason win in the national tournament, and to win 24 games, and to play against Michigan was a great time for us. And the small college champions classic, going 2-0 in that event, in the first annual one. Just thinking back right now on the fly, just so many good memories. And I think we did our job this year to continue the tradition and establish the current players' legacies. And we've had a few 1,000-point scorers this year. Solomon passed 1,000, and so did Amari and Veas in their careers. Some of those points were scored in other places, but and some guys are going to be on the wall of honor for life.
Obviously, as you look back at the NCAA tournament, played in the Midwest region, which traditionally has been one of the most competitive regions in the country, and got a big win over Ashland in the first round, and then really battled Missouri St. Louis to the wire in the second game.
Battled them to a wire. We kind of picked our poison there, stopped their leading scorer, but their shooters got off, and we were unable. We lost the 3-point line. We were unable to hit some of our threes, and they banged a few, 12 of 23. So we needed to be better on defense. But again, that's kind of how it is. It's hurtful, it's painful, and that feeling sticks with you with that last game. Thinking about that and studying it, and all the what ifs. But when you look back at the big picture of the season, there's so much to be proud of and excited for the future. And I just thought we took a lot of steps, and I'm happy. I'm happy to be the coach and to continue the tradition. My mind's racing, and there's just a long list of great things that we did and fun things that we did. Just being in Indianapolis together for that time, and the trip and the meals and the preparation and the competition, it's a lot of fun.
Obviously, I know the great nucleus of guys is eligible to come back next year. How does that help the recruiting process knowing you've got so many guys that can come back next season?
Well, those guys will be able to play a similar role next year, and I think that's going to bring a comfort level for them to make them even more efficient and successful, and to take another step. Whereas this year they're trying to find themselves, and it was a constant process of that. Next year, I think they'll just be that much more confident. We got a lot of guys that have played 4 games in the national tournament. And, that being said, we have to bring in some new blood too, and some new recruits. And, when you bring back a good group and you've had success, the only type of people you attract are people that want to win, want to be part of a team, and want to sacrifice, some of their own accolades for what could be a special season as a team. So we'll get a few of those guys and throw them in the mix, but that doesn't mean we'll get back, because the regional format is so difficult. 8 teams out of 35 teams in our region get in the tournament, and I'm here to tell you there's teams that are worthy that don't get in every year. It's a national tournament, but it's a regional format. And if you drew a map of the D2 region and just took all the D1 teams in there and had them match up the way we do, I mean, it would be 2 and 3 seeds in the D1 tournament playing against each other in the first round. So it's difficult, and it's quite an accomplishment. So we're proud that we made it.
Well, Coach, thanks for the time. Congratulations on a great season, and we look forward to another great year coming up next season of Bulldog basketball.
Yep, be here before you know it.
We'll be back with more Ferris Sports Update right after this.